Hi, James Melendez, James the Wine Guy, here to share and celebrate this bottle of wine with you today. But before I do so, a note about my video making. I've received some feedback, which is you talk a little fast, and I agree. So I'm going to try to slow down, not too much, and not to be so exquisitely boring that nobody will ever watch a video again, but to somewhere be in the medium. For me, it's really important to do so because I realize 50% of my audience is outside the U.S. And even that 50%, or maybe 60%, don't even speak English as their first or primary language. So I owe it to you to do so. So here we go. Cellars. This is a fantastic producer of clonal specific bottlings of Cabernet Sauvignon. Now I have here, this is a Petit Verdot. Now this is from Massa Ranch. This is Yountville, Napa Valley, and a 2008 vintage, a 14.1% alcohol content wine. And back panel for your review, some great metrics here. So this is 96% Petit Verdot, 3% Cabernet Sauvignon, 1% Merlot, 22 months in 50% New French Oak and 50% in New American Oak. Guess what? Only 302 bottles exist. I have one of these, so 301 are elsewhere. For me, this is a great variety, which is often sequestered to being a minority position in terms of the blend. So think of Bordeaux. This is a very small constituent in the blend. Now, I think in the past 20 years, even 10 years, people have become much more variety interested. That is, they want to know what does Petit Verdot taste like? What does Cabernet Franc taste like? What does Merlot taste like? Malbec taste like? Individually. And even with just a bit of a touch here of the Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, it's really giving the lead in this role is going to the Petit Verdot. And it's high acid forward wine, which for many a palate might be too intense. So I definitely recommend to try this with food. I like it either way. Now, to try this with some beautiful, gorgeous cheeses that are going to pair well with the proteins, and also maybe some really wonderful meat dishes. Some lamb would be excellent with this, as well as beef, and even fish would go quite well with this. It depends on the fish, of course. And it depends on your experience and your preference. So I'm not going to discourage you from taking something you might normally do, which is maybe a cod or a lobster, and try a Petit Verdot. Well, that's truly something you should do if that's what you enjoy doing. I would probably go something a little more rich, such as a salmon. But for me, this is a really exquisite wine. So on the scent profile is some beautiful notes on this of suede warmed by touch, forest floor, bramble patch, and freshly sanded cedar. Here we go. I'll take a taste and give a point score right after the tasting. Beautiful notes of wild blueberry, acai, tayberry, white pepper, tamarind, and thyme. I give this wine a 9.3 out of a 10.0 scale. For more wine reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest. Salud.